Hello and welcome to the Elon Honors Overview. My name is Lynn Huber and I am the Director of the Honors Program and a Professor of Religious Studies.
And my name's Barbara Miller Gaither. I'm the Associate Director of the Honors Program and a Professor in Strategic Communications.
And we're going to take some time today to tell you a bit about who we are and what our program entails. So we want to introduce you to the program by introducing you to one of the best parts of our program, which are our students. So we've highlighted 3 students here just to give you a sense of the types of students who are part of our program and the types of things that we're looking for. So this is Madison George. She is now a sophomore and she's originally from Arizona. She's an engineering major and she's also a student athlete. And her role as an athlete led her to a really interesting research opportunity and project. She's a pole vaulter, and apparently there were not pole vaulting shoes specifically designed for women's feet. And this was a problem for her and her teammates. So she, as part of her engineering major, worked with a mentor to design a prototype for a pole vaulting shoe that's specifically for women pole vaulters. And they're in the process of prototyping this and designing the shoe. And we really love Madison for a variety of reasons, but she's really curious and she's really committed to sort of using research for problem solving.
Next, we have Griffin Barris, who is from Massachusetts, and he is a public health studies major. He has conducted research in India with the Comprehensive Rural Health Project on the effectiveness of the organization's interventions with adolescent girls. But we also want to highlight something else about Griffin, and that's the fact that he is the Honors Fellows Community Director. So this position is a student position within the Honors Fellows program that is designed to engage the community in fun activities outside of their classes and their coursework, and also connect students across cohorts. So Griffin has been amazing in that role this last year, and we always have 1 student per year serving in that position.
Our 3rd student is Lucia Lozano Robledo, who is a senior. She'll be graduating this year. She's originally from Bogota, Colombia, and she's an international studies and French major. She's also very involved in our Latinx community on campus, holding leadership roles, which is something you can do in honors. You can be a campus leader and be part of honors. And her research focuses on Latinx migrants and their political consciousness, so their understanding of their political identities. And she's focusing on residents here in Alamance County. So she has a really sort of community-based focus. Initially, she was going to be interviewing her research subjects in person, but with COVID-19, she had to pivot quickly and work with them online, and we see her doing that here. And this is something we really admire about Lucia, is that her intellectual agility, her willingness to change when she needed to, and really her commitment to making a difference in local communities. So these 3 students are just a few examples of the great students we have in our program, and they should give you a sense of the type of things that are possible in our program. But now we want to talk a little bit about some of the details and what we are and what we offer. So the Elon Honors Program is a 4-year developmental program. So you start in your first year and we go with you throughout the 4 years of your time at Elon. And we're designed to support a cohort of talented students from any major in the university, grow intellectually, and achieve exceptional academic goals and be well poised for success after graduation. And speaking of success after graduation, I just have to point out this picture of Selena Guevara, who was a comm major, a recent graduate. She did research in Colombia, and it's pictured here. And now she is a news journalist for a local news station in South Bend, Indiana. So it's really exciting to watch her career. So what does success look like? And what does success after college look like? Well, one of the ways we kind of determine that is by the sort of markers identified by the Association of the American Colleges and universities. They identify 10 high impact practices that they think are sort of key to student learning. And here they are. So they're things like first-year seminars, common intellectual experiences, the possibility of living in learning communities, doing undergraduate research, writing intensive courses, service learning opportunities, and internships. The Elon Honors Program has 8 of these 10 high impact practices embedded into our experience and into our curriculum. So if you become part of the program, you're guaranteed to get these 8 high impact practices. We have living learning communities, our courses are writing intensive and highlight collaborative assignments and projects. The capstone project that we have is the honors thesis, which we'll be talking about a little bit more later. The 2 things that we don't offer as part of our program, service learning and internships, are still the kinds of things that our students are doing, although they're not necessarily doing them through honors. So more than half of our students take classes that involve doing service learning, and almost all of our students are doing some form of service on campus or off campus. And internships are also an important thing that our honors fellows are doing outside of the program. So 87% of our students complete an internship while they're in honors, and some of them complete even more than one. So some of them they're really eager, and so some of our honors fellows do 2 or 3 internships in the course of the 4 years. Another way of determining what success looks like is by asking actual graduates what they think has been most impactful on them from college as they've transitioned into the quote unquote real world of work and life after college. So in 2014, Purdue University and Gallup did a poll of 30,000 college grads. And these are the things that they highlighted as preparing them for success. Things like having a mentor who encourages you to pursue your goals and dreams, having a professor who cares about you as a person, having a professor who makes you excited about learning, working on a project that took a semester or more to complete, being active in extracurricular activities and organizations, and having an internship or job that allowed them to apply what they were learning in the classroom to sort of real world issues. And again, honors offers most of these as part of our program. So we pair you with a mentor, or you develop a relationship with a mentor as part of the honors program to work on a high quality research project. And in doing that research, you really develop a relationship where you have your mentor supporting you and teaching you how to do research and how to navigate the academic world, but also just helping you figure out how to be successful in problem solving, time management, and things like that. And these are things that are really, really transferable to life outside of college. So I'm going to turn things over, and Barbara's going to talk a little bit about how we do this.
Yeah, so this slide gives you a snapshot of the program requirements and the coursework that students will be involved in over the 4 years at Elon within the honors program. So in the first year, all of our honors fellows will take together the global experience. So all Elon students take this course, but honors fellows will take it as a cohort. The same is true for Elon 101. All Elon students take Elon 101 in their first semester, but honors fellows will take it as a cohort. And in Elon 101, they learn about life in college, requirements of the university, and in the special honors section, they will also be learning about the honors program, expectations and requirements of being an honors fellow, and the associate directors, along with another faculty member, will serve as their academic advisor until they have declared a major, at which time they'll get an academic advisor within their major. Also in the first year, students have the option to apply for the Inquiry in Italy travel seminar that occurs in winter term. And this is, again, an optional program, and it is an application-based program. And in the spring, all of our honors fellows will take a disciplinary course. In their second year, honors fellows will take 2 interdisciplinary courses, one each semester. And these courses are designed, or I'll talk more about them in a minute, but they'll take one each semester. And then in the third and fourth year, they will devote 8 hours over the course of those 2 years to thesis research with a faculty mentor. So over the 4 years, students will devote 25 to 29 hours to the honors program, but I would like to add that, did something just mess up here?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just, the screen went, yeah,
Okay,
I think we're gonna have to go back.
just the start of this one,
What?
just to the start of this one.
Well, why don't we go back to where we started before, so then we only have like one split.
Okay,
What,
okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know. I accidentally touched the button. Gosh.
We should have just done it the first time. We were on a roll then. It
I
was
know.
for my flubs. I had to think through what I was saying.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start.
Okay.
Another way of determining what success looks like is by asking actual recent college grads. So in 2014, Purdue University and Gallup polls did a poll of 30,000 college grads and asked them what were the things in college that were sort of most impactful to them as they moved into the quote unquote real world. And these are some of the things they suggested: having a mentor who encourages you to pursue your goals and dreams, having a professor who cares about you as a person, a professor who makes you excited about learning, working on a project that took a semester or more to complete, being active in extracurricular activities and organizations, and having an internship or job that allowed them to apply what they were learning in the classroom. And these were the things they identified as being particularly helpful in that transition out of college. Again, the honors program offers most of these experiences as part of our curriculum, ensuring that students have these things. As Barbara will talk a little bit later, we have an honors thesis as sort of the capstone of our program. And as part of that process, you work with a professor and a mentor who helps you through the research process, but also helps you learn how to navigate college, how to deal with problem solving if there are problems with your research, and really supports you. And our recent graduates often talk about how that mentoring relationship is one of the most positive experiences of their time at Elon. That it's something that often extends beyond college, and that they really look back on as being particularly helpful to them as they transition out of college. So you might ask how we do it, and so I'm going to turn things over to Barbara, and she's going to talk more about the details of the program.
So this is a snapshot of the program requirements that honor students will engage in over the 4-year period. In the first year, all Elon students take a course called the Global Experience. Honors fellows will take that course together as a cohort. Also, all Elon students take a section of Elon 101, and honors fellows will take that course together as a cohort. Elon 101 is designed to introduce students to life at college, expectations and requirements as you move through your time at Elon. And the special section of Honors Elon 101 also introduces them to the honors program and honors requirements. The Honors Fellows Directors, along with another honors faculty member, serves as the instructors for Elon 101, and they will also serve as the student's academic advisor until they declare a major officially, at which time they'll get an academic advisor within their major. In the first year, students also have the option to apply for the Inquiry in Italy Winter Travel Seminar. Again, this is an application-based program, and not all students will go, but they all have the option to apply for that program. And then in the spring semester, all honors fellows will take a disciplinary course together as a cohort. In their second year, honors fellows will take 8 credit hours of interdisciplinary courses, which is 2 courses, one each semester. And these courses are designed to scaffold the thesis process, introduce them to asking research questions, introducing them to the research proposal process, at which time in their 3rd and 4th year, they will actually engage in the thesis process. They will take 8 credit hours over the course of their 3rd and 4th year, and those credit hours are distributed in their junior and senior year. Oftentimes it's 2 credit hours per semester, but they decide that in conjunction with their faculty member. So honors students will devote 25 to 29 hours to the honors program. So we sometimes tell students to think of honors as essentially like the first minor that you declare in terms of amount of credit hours. But we also do want to point out that these disciplinary courses and interdisciplinary courses that occur in the 1st and 2nd year, which is 12 hours of coursework, those courses do count in Elon's core curriculum. So they will also be receiving credit for those courses within the core curriculum of Elon. And the thesis research hours, the 8 credit hours in their junior and senior year, those hours will also often count towards their major. So I mentioned that students take courses together in their 1st and 2nd year. Honors fellows get to take part in this distinctive and integrative or interesting curriculum that are taught by some of Elon's brightest and most innovative professors on campus. These courses are designed to tackle an interesting research question or problem or topic from an interdisciplinary perspective. And these are just some of the examples of the courses that have been offered in recent years that students will take. I'll just point to one of them. Growing Up Outside was a course taught by co-taught by 2 faculty members, one that was in exercise science and another faculty member who specializes in child psychology. And so that gives you an idea of how they're tackling an interesting topic from an interdisciplinary perspective, and students really enjoy these classes together. And as mentioned, in their junior and senior year, students will devote 8 credit hours to a high quality, closely mentored research project that is disciplinary based. I will just point to the 3rd one here, More Than Words, Patagonia's Corporate Social Advocacy as a Form of Deliberative Democracy. That project was completed by Morgan Collins, and I mentored that project. And Morgan, after her research on Patagonia's corporate advocacy, she presented her work at the International Public Relations Research Conference in Orlando, Florida, just before the start of the pandemic. In February, she had a chance to present that in an international conference, which was really exciting. But again, they devote 8 credit hours to these projects that are closely mentored with a faculty member, and you can take a look at some of the other titles here. In addition to the requirements of the program, which we've just outlined, the coursework, the thesis process, we also want to highlight the community and the cohort that happens within the Honors Fellows program. And the program itself does a lot to facilitate that community building and the friendships that happen outside of the classroom. So Honors Fellows is unique. It's one of the unique programs at Elon in that students can come from across majors to participate in this program. So while students have a chance to get to know other students in their major, especially in their upper class years, the Honors Fellows community brings together students from across the campus, so they get to build a community from outside their majors as well. So we have residential communities. That's the first item highlighted here. 2 LLCs. The first one is pictured here. It's the Keenan Pavilion. It's a freestanding building devoted exclusively to honors fellows. Most of the students that live in the honors Keenan Pavilion are first-year students. We also have another LLC in Colonnades, where many of our sophomores and sometimes juniors and seniors will live as well. We also have a first-year retreat, which occurs the first weekend of the first year for first-year fellows, where they get to come together, get to know each other as a cohort. It's a full-day event. We often have a lot of fun activities, workshops, a chance to get to know each other, and many upper class students will volunteer so they get a chance to meet them as well. We have a peer mentoring program that our Honors Fellows Community Director is in charge of facilitating. So you saw Griffin Barris a minute ago. He will pair students with he pairs first year fellows with upper class fellows that share some commonality. So that could be their major, it could be their interests, but that upper class student becomes a mentor to our incoming fellows throughout their time at Elon. Honors Fellows Community Director also facilitates a lot of community events and activities and fun things throughout the semesters. We also have, as I mentioned earlier, students have the option to apply for the first year travel seminar in Italy that occurs in winter term. And for those students that do not attend the Italy travel seminar, we have an Asheville service trip that occurs during winter term of their first year. And that is a weekend-long trip during winter term. We travel to Asheville and volunteer with Habitat for Humanity. We have done this for the last 6 years, I believe. And in addition to our service with Habitat for Humanity, we get to explore Asheville. We always go on a morning hike the day that we leave. And it's just a really fun community building activity, primarily for first years, but upper class students who enjoyed their trip often return as well. The directors have regular cohort workshops with honors fellows throughout the 4 years. So each semester we will have a workshop with honors fellows to make sure they're staying on track and aware of expectations for that year. And last but not least, we have a senior banquet that occurs in May of the senior year. And it's an opportunity to celebrate the culmination of their thesis project, the successes that they've had during the year, and faculty mentors attend this event. And it's just a really fun celebration at the end of their senior year.
So hopefully you've gotten a sense of some of the benefits and opportunities of our program, including, that you get to be part of a community of bright, engaged peers, as Barbara just outlined. We also have a really distinctive and innovative curriculum. This mentored research resulting in a thesis is a great part of our program that, again, recent graduates often talk about sort of that mentoring relationship as being one of the highlights of their experience at Elon. You also get extensive support from teachers, mentors, and advisors in honors, even apart from the mentor-mentee relationship. Everyone sort of connected to honors are really focused on supporting and encouraging high-achieving students. You receive your honors fellows peer mentor, and then also you're also well positioned for fellowships and scholarships that are opportunities while you're at Elon, but then also after Elon. And so we have a national and international fellowships office, and they work with a lot of our honors fellows to help them find opportunities after Elon. Included in the benefits of acceptance to the honors program are the financial benefits. So students who are accepted to the honors program receive an annual scholarship applied to tuition, which is $13,500. And they also receive, on top of that, a $6,000 annual presidential scholarship. They have a one-time study abroad or study away grant for an Elon program. So they can use this $1,000 to study abroad with Elon over winter term or in a semester program. again, either abroad or maybe in country, but away from campus, like our Elon in LA program. And once students have had their thesis proposal accepted, they receive the possibility of $1,000 in research support from the honors program. This $1,000 can be used for research supplies, books, travel to conferences to present their research, and any number of things related to the research project that they're doing. So in terms of financial support, the Elon Honors Program offers students $80,000 over 4 years. So we want to thank you for joining us in our program. But before we do that, we're going to tell you a little bit about some of where our students have gone. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Just want to introduce you to 3 of our alumni. One is Sarah Hope Dolce. She graduated last year. She's an environmental studies major, and she had the opportunity to join the Department of Defense as a biologist right after graduation. I asked her in preparation for this presentation what I could tell folks about her work with the Department of Defense, and she said it was confidential and I couldn't tell you anything except that she is using the skills that she learned from her thesis experience in her current job with the Department of Defense. Another recent graduate who landed a great job right out of college is Anna Cosentino, who is a media analytics major and a computer information systems minor. She is now doing data analysis for Google. And this related directly to her thesis research again, which was analyzing Twitter data and Twitter check-ins. And a third alum we'd like to introduce you to is Bear Toze. He's originally from Maryland, but now he's living in North Carolina. He was a policy studies major and a poverty and social justice minor. And after college, he ended up with an internship with a large philanthropic organization, the Z. Smith Reynolds Foundation, which allocates significant amount of money to local community development organizations. And Baird is learning how those decisions about where money is allocated, how those decisions are made, and is part of the process of making those decisions here in our state of North Carolina. So we're really proud of him. So you've learned a little bit about the honors program, you've met some of our students, and you might be asking, is the Elon Honors Program for me? Here are some questions that we'd encourage you to ask yourself to determine that. Are you interested in intellectual and academic challenges? Are you open to new ideas and perspectives, willing to fail and then try again? Are you interested in asking questions, not just answering? Are you excited by conversation spreading outside of the classroom? And are you convinced that you will never be finished learning? If you answered yes to any of these, then the Elon Honors Program is for you. And we'd be excited to have you as part of our program. So we want to thank you for spending some time with us, watching our presentation. We will be able to answer questions in the receptions that we'll be having via Zoom. We will be there. And also we encourage you to follow us on Instagram at Elon Honors. Our students have put together some stories and have posted images, which give you a better sense of our program and give you sort of an insight into the student experience. So we look forward to seeing you when you come to Elon. Thank you.